We reviewed the Greenworks 80V Brushless chainsaw last year, and it performed very well both in runtime and power. This new Greenworks 80V chainsaw also comes with a DigiPro Brushless motor, but it also offers something we've never seen before in a cordless chainsaw: an 18-inch bar and chain. Just this fact alone is a throwdown of sorts on the part of Greenworks towards all other cordless chainsaw manufacturers. There's also an electronic chain brake, just like you'd find on a gas-powered saw, and you get real, metal, aggressive bucking spikes on front to help you gain leverage and make very precise cuts in your wood. The auto oiler accepts just under 2 ounces of oil, and you can see the level in the translucent window provided, so you'll know when you're running low. If you're like me, you keep a rag lying around to place under your chainsaw when it's stowed away. You'll be pleased to know that you may actually feel comfortable enough with the Greenworks 80V chainsaw to just set it on a shelf or the floor of your garage without much concern for leaking oil. To leak oil like a sieve, this is a huge advantage. The handle that wraps around the chainsaw is metal, not plastic, and it feels rugged. In fact, this entire chainsaw feels like a heavy-duty gas model. What it doesn't feel like is an ultralight in-tree chainsaw. For that, you'll want to stick with a lightweight 123 or 143 model that doesn't feel as hefty or unwieldy. It's not that the Greenworks 80V chainsaw is oversized or awkward, but it feels like a legit machine capable of cutting as hard as any midsize homeowner chainsaw or smaller displacement pro model. In fact, it feels somewhere in between an Echo CS400 chainsaw, a very capable 40cc model, and the more powerful Echo Timberwolf CS590 chainsaw. What's unusual is the coupling of the 183 bar with the saw. Typically, you'll have a bit more power in terms of engine displacement for a chainsaw bearing a bar of that length. Still, we were easily able to guide cuts with excellent success, slicing through multiple pieces, but more on that later. Using the Greenworks 80V Pro chainsaw in the field, my anticipation and expectation was that the Greenworks 80V Pro chainsaw would outperform its 40V brushless model, but that wasn't good enough. I wanted to compare more than power. I wanted weight, handling, run time, and even ergonomics. We had already done a 36V cordless chainsaw shootout a little over a year ago, but it was high time to bring a few more contenders for another roundup of testing. It would also help me make a better assessment of the Greenworks 80V chainsaw. I pulled together an Ego 56V cordless chainsaw, the Black & Decker 40V chainsaw, and of course the Greenworks 40V DigiPro chainsaw, and prepared to test them alongside the 80V model to see how it fared and contrasted against each. Before beginning, here's a quick view of those chainsaws' features in a table. We had already cut down a bunch of oaks that were present on a 5-acre parcel of land owned by my extended family, so we were flush with a bunch of wood trunks ranging for 16 inches. We didn't waste any time and, after a few test cuts to get a feel for the saw, set to work slicing through some 16-inch diameter sections of tree. The first thing I found was that the Greenworks 80V chainsaw acts much like a regular chainsaw. Expect a lot of performance, but if you push it too hard it will stall out on you. Sure enough, I was overeager and stalled out the saw, driving it quickly into a thick trunk. Conclusion: I think you can do a lot more with this chainsaw than cut down some TP pole trees. Greenworks has really pushed the segment further into the pro market with this cordless oak tool, and it's definitely got our attention. Unless you really need the power of a 59cc or higher chainsaw, the Greenworks 80V chainsaw is going to be quite appealing. It has a good amount of power, and the 183 bar isn't just for show. You truly can cut through a serious amount of tree. Greenworks definitely has an issue with run time, which is likely why they're exciting about bringing their higher WH batteries to market. If you intend to make options with larger diameter trees, then you're going to need an extra battery or two at least until the 5.0Ah and 6.4Ah batteries become available. While Greenworks is positioning this as a pro saw, there is certainly room for more power, but for now, pros can certainly find a place for a saw like this in their arsenal. Just as professional tree trimmers and arborists will have more than one chainsaw in use on any one job, the expansion of cordless chainsaws into multiple models and applications will be the key to expanding these types of products fully into the pro marketplace. Personally, I can't wait.